Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand all the latest news from the streets, starting from the benchmark index moves to sectoral action and all the stocks that are buzzing the most in trade. As the markets have resumed after a holiday, we've seen that the momentum has not stopped. Even after Wednesday's record run, the markets are continuing to soar higher, with the Nifty and the Sensex constantly looking at fresh record highs even as we speak. Now, when we talk about the kind of move that you're seeing on the Sensex, it's about almost a 550 point jump that you're looking at right now, 64,469. The Nifty is up handsomely about 156 odd points at 19,128 odd levels. So very strong move continues in the markets, about 0.8%, 0.9% of a move on the upside for both the benchmarks. The mid cap and the small cap 100 indices are also approaching their 52-week high levels, again record levels too. So the broader markets are participating. Let's look at the Nifty Bank as well and see whether that's also moving higher. Half odd percent gains coming in for the mid and the small cap 100 indices. So they are participating in the rally. The Nifty Bank is up by 0.8%. So the banks are clearly supporting the markets. In fact, all the sectoral indices of the Nifty are up in the green, especially gains coming in on the back of IT stocks that have returned, with a big bang, almost 2% move on the upside today. So that's the index that's shining bright. The Pharma index is up by 1% too. The PSU banks are up by 1.5%. You're also seeing the auto stocks nearly 2% up in trade. So all the indices are actually soaring and participating in this dream run of the stock markets. Let's also look at some of the stocks that are on the top charts as far as the Nifty is concerned. So the top gainers on the Nifty index, they do include a whole host of stocks, starting from the auto pack like M&M is up by 3.5%. The stock has also performed very well in this run up in the markets. IndusInd Bank, Sun Pharma, so banking, auto, pharma, all of these representatives coming in. Infosys is up in trade, 13.25 for this one. Maruti, Hiromoto, so the auto stocks in the fastest lane, they are driving in the top gear. TCS, Tata Motors, Power Grid at record levels again. You're seeing a whole host of stocks at their 52-week high levels, at their record levels again. So the market sentiment is getting a broad positive thumbs up from across the street, and in fact the markets are headed towards the best quarter running in terms of the returns that we have got on the Nifties. If you compare it, the last time we had such a beautiful run was in September 2021. So the markets are at record high. The big question is, can the rally sustain from here on? Let's get our guest to understand that. Raghavendra Singh joins in, independent market analyst. Welcome, Raghavendra. Good afternoon and thank you so much for taking the time out. So looks like there is no stopping to this dream run. What do you think is the reason that the markets are continuing to soar higher with this kind of sentiment coming in? Remember, just a few weeks ago, there was a lot of divided opinion on the street. Analysts were also worried that, perhaps we could see in the short term, some kind of profit booking being taken place. We could see some more dips coming in. But the bulls have really surprised and they are holding on to the street like never before. Your own thoughts?
Sakshi, very good afternoon. Thank you so much. Last week we discussed about this in your show that we are going to make new high, and I told you that very soon we will touch this. Me and you will celebrate this on this channel.
Yes,
So today is the
absolutely.
day we are making new highs. I believe most of the retail traders are away from the market. We have seen last 2 years we saw so many demat accounts were closed and people were very much upset with the return. So people are still the kind of investor which I talk with. They are skeptical and they are still thinking, is this the bull run or not? So I believe this will continue because most of the participants are still out of the market. People are sitting on the sideline. So FIIs and DIIs, the kind of investment they have done in the last 1 or 2 months, I think Nifty will make a new high again. So I believe 19,500 is on the card. Maybe in this week and next week, I can see that.
19,500 this week or next week coming in. So the markets are headed towards another landmark, a level that you can definitely expect. But do you also believe the Sensex can hit by 65,000 perhaps by the year end? Is that on the cards too?
Definitely, because it is a broader base buying is happening overall. So I believe we will touch the new high, and the most important thing, we have to sustain over here. So
Yeah.
I think the kind of buying are here. I believe still there is a lot of steam are left.
Right. So, Raghavendra, is this a time to be greedy or is it the time to be fearful? What would you really advise investors to do at this point?
At this point of time, we have to be very careful. I believe it is a time to book some profit also, and invest in IT stocks, because IT stocks are still, almost they are 10 to 15% down from the high. So
Hmm.
Infosys, TCS, L&T Technology, these are all the stocks which have still so many steam left to go higher.
Hmm. Okay, so the IT pack, the underperformers, perhaps now is the time when they will start performing. They're still about 15% off their high. So this is the time perhaps to tap the IT stocks and the opportunity that may exist there. And the rest of the places that have already run up, Raghavendra advises to book some profits at this hour. Apart from this, a whole host of other stocks that are in momentum. Let's look at those stocks as well in today's trading action. Power grid is at record high levels. Do you think the power space is something that investors can watch out for? We've been seeing a dream run on Tata Power, on Power Grid now, for example. Is this a space that you're keenly watching?
Definitely energy and electricity and PSU. These three sectors we are closely watching, and we are very bullish on this. So I believe power grid, PFC, RDC, these are the stocks which have still potential to go high.
Okay, understood that. The market cap of BSE listed firms is also at an all-time high of 295.72 lakh crore rupees again. So very strong dream run that we are looking at. All the sectors are really participating. But is there a theme in your mind that will now lead the next phase of the rally? Since you believe 19,500, 65,000 on the Sensex, these are the levels that one needs to watch out for. Which of the sectors will now lead the market rally from here on?
I believe IT and consumer goods. Consumer goods still there is a steam left in those stocks. The stocks are already very down. So I
Yeah.
believe Nifty consumer and IT is the next stocks which are going to make new high.
Okay, so IT and consumer stocks, consumer-oriented stocks, those are the ones that you need to keep an eye out on. Since you're talking about the consumption theme, I'd like to speak to you about Suzlon as well. Do you track this stock? Recently we've seen ICICI Securities initiate buy with a target price of 22. We've seen a sharp move on the stock already, but the kind of volatile moves this stock has given in the past, having created a lot of wealth in the initial phase and then a lot of destruction following later. What are the things that you're now watching out on Suzlon, and do you think is it the right time for investors to take a bet here, because it's a small ticket stock and a lot of investors do get attracted with these small prices?
See, in the bull run, we have seen so many stocks like this: Sujlon, Arcom, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infra. These stocks always run. This story always run in the bull market. I don't think any kind of investment opportunity is there. Yes, there is a trading opportunity. If anyone want to buy, then buy and then exit at 17, 18 rupees. But I don't think any kind of investment uh, left in this company.
Okay, understood that. What about, the new age tech stocks? We are seeing Chris Wood talking about how he's doubling down his investments in some of the stocks that he has initiated, his investment in, Zomato, for example. Apart from that, we've also seen delivery coming into focus because Bernstein has initiated an outperform rating there with a target price of 460. We've recently seen PB Fintech reaching its 52-week high levels as well. Your own thoughts of the kind of move we are seeing in the new age tech stocks? Do you think they should be on the radar too?
Definitely, because people are looking for some new investment avenues, and these are the new companies which can do very good in near future. So I
Hmm.
believe Zomato, Policy Bazaar, these are the stocks are good, which can be a good investment opportunity.
Okay, what about the pharma space? That space is also buzzing. A lot of stocks are actually doing very well over here. In fact, one of the recently listed stocks, Mankind Pharma, is again coming on the radar of brokerage houses. Jefferies, for example, has initiated with a hold rating and a target price of 1830 as well. So the brokerage does believe that the levers are in place for sustaining future outperformance. We've seen a remarkable performance from the time IPO got listed and until now also holding around 1707 for this stock currently. Your thoughts on Mankind Pharma? Is this a stock that you'd like to watch out for in the pharma pack?
The entire pharma industry is going through some reforms, and I believe next 2-3 quarter is going to for the pharma industry. So I believe Biocon, Sun Pharma, Mankind, these are the stocks which can give a good return in the near term. The next rally can be in the pharma index.
Okay, let's also shift focus and understand more from the primary market space, because the markets are inching at record levels and we usually see the IPO market also starting to buzz. In fact, this week alone we've had these three mega IPOs, raising about 1500 odd crore rupees. Idea Forge still open for subscription. Scient DLM already open for subscription, and today Pkh Ventures has also opened for subscription here. Are you watching out for Pkh Ventures? Have you read through the fine print over here from the DRHP? What is the sense that you get? We did speak to the management also. The management has a diversified business from construction to hospitality. We did speak about it in our initial conversation when this IPO was supposed to come out as well. Of these three, you were less positive on PKH but more positive on Scient, DLM and Idea Forge. Looking at the kind of opportunities that may exist from the redevelopment space. Now the company did tell us on our Business Today TV platform that going forward from here they are looking at a division of revenue mix of a 50-50 from construction and hospitality, and they're more banking on the government tenders and the orders that they're getting for revamping of some of the hospitality chains that the government has. Any opportunities that you would suggest here for investors?
So, Sakshi, as I said in our earlier conversation, this company is into construction, hospitality. We have so many companies like this in already, those are listed in the market. So I believe for the listing gain, I think we can get some, 10% gain, but I don't think it is an investment opportunity. We should be
Okay.
away from this stock.
Okay, you can skip this opportunity. In fact, Idea Forge and Scient DLM is where Raghavendra has been more positive on. We've already seen some sharp subscription levels coming in on both of these companies' IPOs so far. So the last day of subscription for Idea Forge today, and Scient also will be open for today as well for all the investors. But PKH is something that you can avoid at this point in time. Any other particular stocks that are coming on top of your mind, Raghavendra, where you would suggest investors to take a bet?
MCX is one stock which I'm tracking. It is almost 8 to 9% down due to
Yeah.
some news in the MCX. So I believe our investors should look for this stock. I think it is a trading opportunity. We can look for 2 to 3% gain. So this is a stock which I can, suggest to my trader to buy and hold for this week.
Okay, buy and hold for this week. The stock is down in trade about 8.5% or so, but the stock could revamp and actually give you some kind of returns going forward from here. Thanks a lot, Raghavendra, for being with us on the show and discussing all these opportunities in the markets for all our investors and viewers watching this show. The market's continuing to soar higher at 575 points right now, 64,487 currently for the Sensex. The Nifty also no signs of stopping anywhere, halfway through the mark, and we're inching at those day high levels, and of course the record levels that we've never seen before on the Nifty. 19,131 currently, 160 point of a jump for this major index as well. The big question, whether this rally will sustain and what is the position that you should take. We'll constantly get you expert views through the day to help you understand which is the best way for you to approach the markets at these record levels. So do stay tuned on Business Today TV, and don't forget to subscribe to us on our channel, and also continue to engage with us on our other social media platforms too. Until then, thanks for tuning in.